everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Amy Gallo, and I'm here to tell you about PECS, which was developed by Andrew Bondi, PhD, and Laurie Frost, who is an SLP. The Picture Exchange Communication System is a type of augmentative alternative communication originally developed for children with autism. The primary purpose of PECS is to teach individuals to initiate communication and to learn requesting. Individuals are taught to initiate by handing a picture to a communication partner in exchange for a desired item. PECS is a system for instructing students to initiate communication through the use of pictures and symbols in place of words. Students physically exchange a picture to request an item and may move toward commenting on or describing something and eventually having a conversation. PECS encourages and models speech along with the picture exchange when used in conjunction with an aided language system, where the model of speech comes from the adults around the child. So how does PECS work? After being taught the Phase 6 system, an individual uses PECS to choose a picture from a variety of pictures available, then gives the picture to a communication partner. So, what is this Phase 6 system? Phase 1, the physical exchange. The objective of this phase is, upon seeing a reinforcing item, the learner will look at the picture, pick it up, and hand it to the communication partner with 3 to 5 reinforcers with 2 or more partners in 2 or more settings. Initially, 2 trainers are needed, one as the communicative partner and one to prompt physically to aid in the exchange. The communication partner will non-verbally entice the learner with an item, wait for the learner to initiate, and then the second trainer will physically prompt and guide the learner to pick up the picture, reach for the communication partner, and release the symbol. During this exchange, the communication partner waits with an open hand cue. The communication partner immediately delivers the item to the learner while labeling it. Finally, the communication partner will retrieve the item after 20 to 30 seconds. Phase 2, expanding spontaneity. The objective is the learner will go to their communication board, pull off the picture, travel to their communication partner, and then give them the picture. A communication book is provided with 1 picture on the front of the book at a time. The individual is taught to locate their communication board and travel to their communication partner to exchange the picture. During this phase, you want to increase the distance between the learner and the communication partner, as well as increase the distance between the learner and the communication book. During this phase, there are no verbal or subtle prompts. It's important to use a variety of communication partners as well. You want to continue to present numerous opportunities throughout the day, and as well as introduce a variety of pictures, very motivating items, one at a time. When a student has 5 to 10 items they request on a regular basis and can cross the room to get their picture book and cross the room back to the communication partner, you're ready to move on to Phase 3. Phase 3 is broken up into 2 different phases. Phase 3A is a simple discrimination, and 3B is discrimination between multiple reinforcers. We're going to start with 3A, picture discrimination. During this phase, the objective is for the learner to exchange the correct picture on 80% of trials using a variety of target pictures versus distractor pictures. To begin, start with only 2 symbols, one highly preferred, like a Lego or a ball, and one non-preferred, like a toothbrush or a box of Kleenexes. Have both items available and entice the learner with both. Wait for the learner to select one of the pictures. If the reinforcer, i.e. the Legos, is selected, provide social praise and deliver the reinforcer within a half a second. If the non-preferred item is chosen, respond neutrally and deliver the item. Some ideas for helping with discrimination include proximity and placement of the symbols. So the symbols that are closer to the learner are more often chosen first, and the size of the pictures. So the bigger pictures, the bigger symbols are typically chosen first. 3B, picture discrimination. During this phase, the objective is for the learner to take an item that corresponds with the picture, 80% of trials, from any size array. Also, this is where the learner can look inside the book to find pictures. During this phase, there's a focus on discrimination between two preferred items, like the Legos and the ball. Before we had Legos and a toothbrush, but now we have Legos and the ball. The learner will demonstrate correspondence by choosing the correct item after the picture exchange has occurred. If the learner reaches for the incorrect item, you want to block access and you want to use the 4-step error correction. Step 1, model. The teacher will get the student to look at the correct picture. Practice. The teacher prompts the student to exchange the correct picture, then the student gives the target picture. The teacher may praise them, but does not give them the item. Distract student. Step 3, distract the student by turning their communication board away or switching to a known task. And step 4, repeat and entice again. During phase 3B, you will progress gradually from a single page of pictures to multiple pages, resulting in the learner looking inside the book, flipping through the pages to find the desired picture. It's important to categorize pictures and organize the binder in a cohesive way. Phase 4, sentence structure. During this phase, the objective is for the learner to use a sentence strip to construct sentences and exchange the strips in 80% of opportunities. There's 3 steps in this phase as well. 1, start with I want picture. It's already on the left-hand side of the strip. Wait for the learner to initiate a request. Physically prompt the learner to add the picture to the sentence strip instead of moving right to the exchange. Communication partner immediately reads the strip to the learner and delivers the reinforcer. Step 2, you'll start with an empty strip. And again, wait for the initiation. Prompt the learner to add the I want picture, and the learner independently adds the reinforcer and exchanges the strip. The communication partner reads the strip and delivers the reinforcement quickly. Step 3, teach the learner to point to the pictures as the communication partner reads the strip. Also, there's no verbal prompts in this stage as well. So, so don't prompt them. Phase 5, responding to what do you want. So it's important to note, this is actually the first time in the protocol where we ask, what do you want? The objective of this phase is for the learner to spontaneously request a variety of items and answer the question, what do you want, in 80% of opportunities. There are 3 steps in this phase as well. 1, ask, what do you want, while pointing to the sentence strip. 2, increase the time between the question and the point. 3, alternate opportunities for responsive requesting and spontaneous requesting. The learner is ready to move onto the final phase when they are answering what do you want by forming the I want sentence with minimal delay. It's important to note that answering what do you want often leads to commenting and spontaneity. Phase 6. During this phase, the learner will appropriately answer what do you want, what do you have, and what do you see, and similar questions with 80% accuracy. The long-term outcome is spontaneously commenting. The individual learns to communicate more than just their wants and needs. They learn to comment about the environment. Icons such as I see and I hear are introduced one at a time on the communication board in a systematic fashion. Gather materials already in the requesting vocabulary, but not favorites, and pictures of the items. Start with I see, I hear, I smell. For the I see teaching sequence, hold up the item, then place the I see symbol and the picture of the item near the strip. Holding the item up, ask, what do you see? While pointing to the I see symbol. If the learner does not pick up the I see symbol after 3 to 5 seconds, guide the learner to pick it up and place it on the strip. You want to wait to see if the learner picks up and places the picture of the item on the strip. If this is completed, the communication partner says, yes, I see ya, and then fill in the blank. If not, guide the learner to do so, to pick up the correct item, and then you will say, you see ya, fill in the blank. Reinforce the verbal praise or another reinforcer, but not the item being used for the trials. Fade cues and add pictures to work on discrimination. Begin to intermix I want with I see once the what do you see has been mastered. To do this, place the I see symbol below the I want symbol on the upper left corner of the book. Repeat with additional sentence starters. Well, there you have the 6 phases of PECS. There is evidence that PECS is easily learned by most students, with its primary benefit being a means of communication for children and adults who have limited or no speech due to autism or other communication disorders. I hope this video was helpful, and you can find more information at www.pecsusa.com. Thanks so much.